I rarely take the time to tackle low-hanging fruit, but this video is being spammed constantly at me by the content creator, Mustang Channel, aka Beauty Mustang. Rather than leave him to his idiocy and spurious nonsense, I've decided to take him on. Fair warning though, this guy is either dumber than a bag of hammers, or reality is being a harsh mistress and he's suffering from some form of condition. Hell, it could even be both. So let's see what we have.
Mustang Channel. I want to do another video of Christianity versus atheism 4. I wanted to point out that to begin with, I thought atheism meant worshippers of Satan.
You've made a video against atheists and atheism, and you don't even understand what atheism is. Allow me to educate you. Atheism is the disbelief or lack of belief in a god or gods. If the number of gods you believe in is 0, congratulations, you're an atheist. Anything you add to that has nothing to do with atheism. The fact that I have to keep spelling this out to people is amazing to me, especially in this day and age of knowledge, freely accessible on the internet.
So here's my question to you fuckboys, is how is it that you don't believe God exists, but you're mocking a supernatural being you believe don't even exist?
I mock Christianity, Islam, Judaism, even Scientology. I don't believe in any of their gods, beliefs or doctrines, and I don't have to. However, I do have an understanding of their claims, which is a damn sight more than old mate here has done for atheism. I mock the ideologies of Christianity especially, as this is the one area I'm far more knowledgeable with. I don't believe the outrageous claims made. I think they're silly, I think they're nonsense, and I think they're laughable, and I claim that right. I point out the idiocy of many of the claims, I point out why I think they're ridiculous, and then I laugh. It's the same concept as reading a book about a supervillain or watching a movie about one. You don't believe that this person exists, but at the same time, you dislike the character. I dislike the character of Yahweh portrayed in Scripture, and I find it contradictory. You claim something exists, but you can't even explain what that something is outside of, well, it's just God. I'd explain this in more depth and detail for you, but I fear it'd just go over your head. So let's just move on to your next point.
And another question I have to these fuckboys, which they keep ducking it somehow, is what caused the universe to exist? I have not got a clear answer on that. Another thing is that this Big Bang, how is it that this Big Bang decided just to fucking pop up? Like, how is it that we're here?
How about you ask a cosmologist or even a physicist instead of asking atheists? Are you afraid of what you might learn? In reality, the only honest answer we can give here is simply this: we don't know. However, there are several hypotheses around that seem quite feasible, and we're working on the answer to this. Give us another 100 years and we may have the answer you seek. As for the Big Bang deciding anything, by asking this question you show your limited knowledge for anything cosmological. The Big Bang didn't decide to do anything. It's not a thinking entity, it's not alive in as much as we understand life to be. The Big Bang theory is just an explanation for the expansion of the universe. We know that around 14.7 billion years ago there was an inflation of the universe, and we can see that with the red band shift, the background microwave radiation, the rate of expansion, and so forth. Prior to that, we have no idea what, if anything, existed, or even if there was anything in the first place. Our laws of physics break down at that point, so we're still trying to find that out. Again, I'd explain further, but I fear your understanding might get overloaded at this juncture, so we'll move on again, shall we?
Why is it that we have life on Earth, but not in the moon, not on the sun?
What in the... Did you just... How on... What? This is close to the dumbest question I've ever heard, and I've been dealing with Christians all my life. Literally, this is the worst question I've heard asked, and that's saying something. I'd offer to give you an answer, but I seriously doubt you require one. You cannot be this thick. Moving on.
How is it that this Big Bang chose the Earth for us to live in? Like, it makes no fucking sense. Why Earth? Why not the moon? Well, why come there's no life in the moon? Why is there no life in the sun or in fucking Jupiter or in fucking Venus?
It's at this point that I start questioning whether old mate here started life in a crib painted with lead paint.
And the last time I was talking, I was mentioning about this British goblin which I had his name wrong actually, which a little bit of some motherfuckers correct me on him. His name was Richard Dawkins. I don't know what the fuck this British fucking twat fucking is.
About here is where things go from bad to unbelievable. Richard Dawkins, the goblin you mentioned, is an English ethologist, evolutionary biologist and author. He is an emeritus fellow of the New College of Oxford and was the University of Oxford Professor for Public Understanding of Science between 1995 until 2008. Feel free to list off your credentials anytime you think you can compare intelligence with Dawkins. I'm sure we're all just busting a nut waiting to see them.
Also, there's another atheist that keeps fucking talking his little shit, and he's another British twat. Which basically, I mean, what I've seen is all these British are mostly atheists, I guess. But I have a picture of this twat right here, and my phone is definitely gonna get fucking broke seeing this fucking piece of fucking shit. This atheist really just doesn't believe in God. Like, I don't know if you can see. There you go.
Stephen Hawking is an English theoretical physicist, a cosmologist and author, director of research at the Centre for Theoretical Cosmology within the University of Cambridge. His scientific works include a collaboration with Roger Penrose on gravitational singularity theorems in the framework of general relativity, and the theoretical prediction that black holes emit radiation often called Hawking radiation. Hawking was the first to set forth a theory of cosmology explained by a union of the general theory of relativity and quantum mechanics. He is a vigorous supporter of the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics. Again, I'll just wait for your list of credentials, books you've written, and all the theories and hypotheses you've proposed. I'll go put on a pot of coffee. This could take a while.
And obviously, when people get, when something bad happens to people, they target God.
Atheists don't target God. They don't believe any gods exist. Why would they target something that to them simply doesn't exist? It's a spurious statement and shows the sophistry of our mate Mustang here.
So basically, two questions to the atheist is that, how is it that we exist? What for? Is this all we have?
We exist because we're here. The honest answer to how did we get here is simply, we don't know yet, we're working on it. As for what purpose, that's up to you, mon frere. You make your own purpose in life. Mine, for instance, is to enjoy life, spend time with family and friends, enjoy nature, live my life to the fullest at every moment. You only get one ride in a calliope of life, and when that ride stops, you don't get another. Enjoy it whilst you have it, and make your own purpose. It's a beautiful life, and I love living it. There's more, but by this time I was ready to neck myself due to the idiocy of the questions, so leaving it here is for the best, since my sanity cannot handle any more derp. That's all I have time for now, so thanks for watching. You have a great weekend, guys, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.